Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Workplace English Communication Contacts and Strategies. This is our second week on business travel. In 2 weeks, we will finish the entire course. Time really flies. We are almost there. Hang in there, please. Now, let me show you our agenda today. As usual, I am going to go over some key terms, main ideas, and vocabulary with you to check how much you remember. Then we will finish the remaining paragraphs of the article, 5 things you can get out of attending a business conference. But before you listen to my explanation, I'm going to invite you to do some pre-reading activities such as skimming and scanning. Doing these pre-reading activities is important because it helps you develop your skills to capture main ideas and also to take effective notes. That's why I ask you to do it every week. So once we finish our lesson today, we are done with the first article. At the same time, I will assign you another writing assignment and you will learn more about what I want you to do and its instructions. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. First, I want to review 3 key terms with you. Please have a look at them to see if you can define them in your own words. Pause, please. Okay, I assume you just did what I asked you to do. Let's take a look at the first one. When it comes to people skills, we generally are talking about 3 kinds of ability. The ability to empathize, whether or not you can understand others' feelings. And then the ability to build trust, whether or not you can trust the people you are working with. And more importantly, when you interact with people, are you able to minimize conflict? Can you avoid having disagreement or confrontations with your colleagues? And can you maximize rapport? Okay, so rapport means the understanding of someone or something. The second term, networking. Networking is the key word in this lesson because conferences are essentially about networking, about knowing people who are helpful for your job. And finally, what is an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch, by definition, is a concise self-introduction that can be done in an elevator ride. So that's how it got its name, elevator pitch. And last week, I also told you how to create a good elevator pitch. So it needs to be brief, persuasive, and interesting. Okay, so for your writing response, I would like you to review the principles and examples. Okay, principles and examples. I think it should be response 4, right? If I'm not wrong. Okay, it's 3. If I am wrong, I will correct it. Okay, if I am wrong, I'll correct it. So I would like you to review the principles and examples I gave you from last week. And you need to create a 150 word elevator pitch. When we look at your elevator pitch, we will look at 3 things to score you. First, clarity. Each sentence should contain a message and each word is used for a purpose. And second, organization. Okay, is there a clear topic sentence that tells people who you are? And are the sentences linked fluently? And more importantly, we will be looking at whether or not your introduction is persuasive. So, are your skills backed up with sufficient examples? So, clarity, organization, persuasiveness are the keys to the success of writing response 3. Okay? Before you do that, I strongly recommend you go back to the previous slides to review. Okay, now let's move on to main ideas. So how can attending business conferences help you write a better cover letter and taking interview questions well? So, do you have any answers? So, when you attend conferences, you meet people and you might listen to presentations or have conversations with people from other companies. So when you write your cover letter, you can name check presentation. So again, name check means to publicly name someone. And referencing conversation, you can refer to, oh, I have this conversation with Mr. ABC or Miss DEF. And when you handle interview questions, you can also use the information you learn from the conversation you have in conferences to help you give specific responses. So by doing so, you can show interviewers that your interest in this company is informed and genuine. Second one, what makes people queasy in business conferences? So queasy means nervous or anxious. So a lot of people do not enjoy conferences because they find it difficult starting and keeping a conversation going. But last week, as the article points out, we need to acknowledge the fact that people are all there for the same purpose. They are all there to network. So you need to put yourself together and just go for it. Last week, I also shared some uh, tips for making small talks for introverts. Introverts refers to people who are shy. What about people who are not shy? They are called extroverts. And what about you are 50-50? You are sometimes shy and sometimes outgoing. Then you will call yourself an ambivert. Okay? I I did mention these three words last week. Finally, for the vocabulary, I gave you the definition and you need to identify them. Okay, so the first one, a good understanding of something or someone. This is report. And second one, to publicly mention someone's name. This is, of course, name check. Finally, having a lot of knowledge or information about something. This is informed. Okay, this is informed. Okay, so we finished the 3 sections in the review session. Now, last week we have already covered the first 2 tips. Today we will work on you will discover opportunities, you will get ideas and inspiration, and you will improve your job skills. So these are the outlines for the previous 2 paragraphs. As you see, the word in yellow highlights are already brought up in our review. So please don't forget them. And queasy, we also reviewed this word already. And don't forget, elevator pitch is something you must know how to do. And in fact, you are asked to write your own elevator pitch this week.